Hey everybody, it's Pat Mitchell here with TrickTrades. I want to do a quick free video lesson on DPW and basically a trade recap. So I took a couple of trades on this, and it was my girlfriend's birthday, so we were going to head out into the city, and we live out of town. So we were about to take off. I just shut down chat and I noticed that DPW was coming up into the $5 area. And I was like, ah, man, I don't want to leave yet because I was waiting for the 5 all day. That's the only trade I wanted on DPW. I figured if it got to 5, this thing was going to pull back. So I ended up getting entered at, I think I don't have my platform fired up here. It's like 10 to 5 in the morning here. Um, I think it was 485 or 487, I think my average was. So I got in and then I just set like a hard stop and then walked away. And I ended up getting stopped out. And it's funny because I set a totally stupid stop because I figured it was just really just going to hit the 5. It was just, it was one of those things. I figured I would take a stab at it. If it pulled way back, it pulled way back. No big deal if I missed it. So um, as soon as I got in, I got home. So we went out for a really nice lunch, had some really nice sushi, and came back home. And as soon as I got home, it was right here. So as soon as I walk in, I happen to look at DPW to see if I got stopped out or not. I ended up getting stopped out. I was like, ah, man. And then I saw this. So it's right here. It's in the 490s. I'm like, ooh, this is looking good. This looks like it wants to squeeze. So it quickly squeezed, and right in here, I'm like, okay, this thing's done. This thing's gonna pull back. I was only looking to get it back to low of day, maybe a little lower going into the close, because I was gonna hold it for the rest of the day, and we had about an hour left. So I hit DPW with 5,000 shares at 505 average. As soon as I did that, this thing started dumping, and I was like, ah, right on. So pulled back, and it's messing around with the 50 EMA, and was looking really good. And then it started panicking. I wasn't watching the chart. I was actually watching the time and sales, the tape, and it just kept printing lower, printing lower, printing lower. So I'm like, right on. Look over at the chart. Chart's just redonkulous, all the way pulled back. Here, let me get rid of this line because that's for something else. So then, let me get pulled in so you can really see this. So then it halted, and I'm jumping for joy because this thing's going to open up lower. The amount of prints that were going off on, I think it was this halt. No, it was this halt. Were absolutely insane because it was 337 that was printing. Yeah, it was 337 in here that was printing. So, anyways, it pulls back, it halts. As soon as it unhalts, I gave it a quick second because usually there's a quick pop for people shorts that are just, oh, I just want out, I just want out. And so I gave it a minute and I covered up a few just in case this thing started squeezing back up because it'll squeeze back up quite quickly. So I got out half at, I believe it was 409. So that was really nice. Really happy with the trade so far. And then it started dumping again. So it starts dumping out, and I'm just waiting for it to halt again. So right before it halted, right in here, it started printing these 337s, like unbelievable, unbelievable the amount of volume that was going through. So I figured, okay, this thing's gonna open up way lower. So the second it opened up, it ended up halting like instantly. It just flickered and halted again. I kind of figured that was going to happen just from the sheer amount of volume that was going through. So then it opened up, and right at this time, this is right when Sure Trader will get forced buy-ins. So all the shorts, now I don't know if they're able to, if Sure Trader, if this was an easy short or not. I don't know. But with Sure Trader and some of these smaller brokers, they'll have forced buy-ins at right around this time, and it's about 3:15, I believe. So all these people that should have been bought in back here, but weren't because of the halts, they're getting bought in, so it's starting to, it looks like it wants to pop, but I was like, nah, this thing's coming down lower. Once the forced buy-ins are over, this thing's done. So it ends up just ramping down. So as soon as it popped up here to 290, I got out the rest of my position, and I could have held off for the 260s, but whatever, man. I mean, I was only looking for this trade up here. I wasn't looking for all this. This was just unbelievable. I ended making, just on this one trade alone, I made 5,572 bucks. That's insane. And the thing is, now with my sized account and the positions I usually play with, a 5,000 share position isn't a big position. That's about a half size for me. So I'll take that type of position on like a, kind of not the greatest setup, or, something I'm not overly confident in. I was really confident in this. I don't take trades this late in the day. So I only went in half size. Obviously kicking myself in the ass. And it's funny because this morning it's squeezed up again. Now it's squeezing up on some garbage news that, uh, they reaffirmed fourth quarter and raised 2018 guidance by 50% because of Bitcoin. That's so funny. This thing's going to end up just dying. I can't wait. But I'm going to be patient. I'm not like these other guys out there that they'll fight this shit the whole way up. And then they're in so big it pulls back a little bit in here, and then, they're good. I, I don't trade like that. With overly, when stocks are really liquid like this, you don't need to, unless you're trying to get in with millions of shares. Yeah, you have to start in early. I completely get it. But a lot of these people, they're playing with, I don't know, 20, 40, 50, maybe 100, couple 100,000 shares. You don't need to start in that early. It's a super liquid stock. Like it's unnecessary. It's an antiquated way of trading. And I have some thoughts on that. I mean, I'm not going to get into, but it's ridiculous the way that people start into these positions, and then they wonder why they take these stupidly big losses, and it's so unnecessary. I literally caught the top. I waited for it all day. I had no stress, and that's how most of my trades go. I just wait for the top to be in, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but these setups work that I use, and it's not just a double top setup that a lot of people think it is. There's more to it than that, but you know, it's just something to think about. Stop following these people that are telling you to get in here. It's like, well, if you think it's going back down to 250, why don't you just get in now? Because a lot of the people that you're telling this to have small accounts. You guys are gonna get forced buy-ins. You're gonna get stopped out, man. Like, and you're gonna take dirty losses. At Trick Trades, we don't teach that way, man. We teach you how to play liquid stocks, only liquid stocks. Now, I rarely do I play junkers, but the thing is, when they're liquid, it's all about liquidity. If you can get in and out with huge position sizes, that's what you want to be able to do. And you don't need to start in all the way in here and start working into it. Like that's like I said, that's an antiquated process. So anyways, folks, I just wanted to give you this free video lesson, and I'll say this just because it's early in the morning and we're watching it pre-market here. Just watch for tests of highs, okay? First thing in the morning, watch for the pre-market high test at 466, because there'll probably be some more short cover, because some people can't get out. So you will see a pop in the morning. So watch for a pop into pre-market highs for a fail. I also have a thought on the 425 area because that's yesterday's VWAP. That's a setup that I use. So you definitely could take a look at that. But who knows? This thing could just instantly sell right off. But we'll see what it does. So anyways, folks, I will see you again, and thanks for coming out. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and come check us out at tricktrades.com. Later, folks.